The main dispute over the states was on the issue of slavery. Slavery was first introduced in the United States in Virginia in 1619. From then on, it became not only the core of the Southern lifestyle, but also the core of the Southern economical and agricultural functions. In 1789, when the U.S. Constitution was ratified by all states, the Southern politicians sought to defend slavery by taking control over the government. This was fairly easy because 9 of the 15 presidents themselves were actually slave owners from the South. But now the South had a new problem, and that was the North was growing. The North was growing industrially, but not only industrially. They also had a greater birth rate, and they also had a lot more European immigrants coming to the country. The South saw this as an immediate threat, because now that the North has a political gain over them, the chances of them taking over the federal government was very slim. In countermeasures against this, what they decided to do was give California as a free state to the North in exchange for laws strengthening slavery. Now, with the power difference between the free states and the slave states, and also the new Nebraska-Kansas Act, which caused a bloody conflict in Kansas, the South had nowhere to go. The only thing they seemed to find refuge in was in the 10th Amendment, which stated that everything that's not stated in the US Constitution or not stated in the state's constitution is given to the state and the people to decide on what to do. And because of that, it was argued that the federal government cannot interfere with the states' rights, and this gave the South a political hold on slavery still.
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States and was the current president during the Civil War. Abe was a man who believed in equality and believed all slaves should be set free. The North and the South both believed in different views. The North was Republic and shared the same beliefs as Abraham Lincoln. They wanted to abolish slavery. The South was ruled by Democrats and believed slaves were important to society. The South feared that the North had a majority on votes when it came to electing a president, for the North was larger than the South. So when Abraham Lincoln ran for president, the North supported Abraham Lincoln and got elected as president. So when Abraham Lincoln ran for president, the North supported Abe and got him elected as the 16th President of the United States. The South was not happy with this, so they called for secession and broke off from the United States to form a confederacy. Abe and his followers believed that this shouldn't have happened and tried to negotiate. The South eventually declared war after a series of events, and war broke out in the United States. Abraham Lincoln had no choice but to fight back against the Confederacy, creating a civil war. So this shows that Abraham Lincoln was the part of the start of the Civil War.
There are many factors that add on to trigger the start of the Civil War. The one political issue that stands out is the fight between Charles Sumner and Preston Brooks. Who was this man, Charles Sumner? Charles Sumner, the son of a lawyer, was born in Boston, Massachusetts on the 6th of January, 1911. Sumner developed radical political opinions, and after reading an appeal in favor of that class of Americans called Africans by Lydia Marriott Child, he became active in the campaign against slavery. In 1851, with the support of the Democratic Party, Sumner was elected to Congress. He now became a self-esteeming opponent of slavery. After one speech Sumner made against pro-slavery groups in Kansas in 1856, he was beaten to the point of unconsciousness by Preston Brooks, a congressman from South Carolina. His injuries stopped him from attending the Senate for the next This event escalated the tension between the North and the South. During the secession crisis in 1860 through 1861, Sumner argued the anti-conformist deal and became one of the leaders of the Radical Republican movement. In the end, Sumner was the kind of man that wanted all African Americans to have the right to vote.